experiment that I'm doing. In this video, we're going to cover a couple different things. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the product that I'm actually having AI help me market and launch. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the things that have been done, some of the things that still need to be done, and just kind of what we're going to be kind of doing throughout the next few days of this series. And so to start with, SiteAI.chat, that's the primary product we're having AI help market. It is a website, I'd say a website builder, but basically the primary function of it at launch is going to be to help people who have existing websites convert their old website into a site that is more modern, easier to manage. It gives them a lot of advantages for speed. It's like completely optimized for speed and SEO and all of those different things. A truly modern, like well done website. And so the idea is that they're able to paste their URL of the existing website. AI goes out, or AI agents in the back end go out and they find that website, find all the parts of it, they analyze it, and then they generate a new version of the website with all the same kind of content and other things like that, but completely modernized and ready to go for the user. And so what happens when they then once that preview is generated, the user can either decide like, yeah, hey, I like that, and they can sign up, and then the AI will continue to build out the rest of their site, allowing them to approve everything, and then also request revisions through a very simple chat interface that allows them to do things like let's change the phone number here, let's add a section here, let's change these pictures around. I'd like it to be this shade of blue instead of this green. Things like that. So very friendly, very user friendly, even for very non-technical people. That's the whole idea. So the primary audience that we're really focused on is going to be business owners. I think that primarily we're going to be marketing toward local service businesses and businesses like that aren't necessarily so technical. They have a website, they need a website, but it's kind of always been a little bit of a back burner item as far as like keeping it updated and things like that. Something they want to do and they want to kind of be help modernize, and this is just going to help them so much. Just get it to that point where they can manage it very easily, and even have someone on their staff just very, very easily chat with their website to make those updates going forward. And so that's the product. Let's chat a little bit about what we've done so far. So far, AI, SiteAI, the actual agent that does all of this stuff that we're talking about, built this website. I've used it on several of my own personal websites and modernized those, and it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's functional. The way that it works right now is a request comes in, and then I will manually start the AI process to evaluate it. I'm currently doing it. I currently have not automated it because I'm still in the process of making tweaks and just doing quality assurance just to make sure it's producing really good results for people. And there are edge cases where it has issues, and so I'm doing that so that I can catch those issues, fix them, and then still get the result to the potential client. And like I said, it is actively being used that way at the moment. And so we're gonna over the next couple days we're gonna automate that. We're gonna get it going. We're going to get some SEO and other marketing tasks going and being automated. If you go to the site, you'll see we already have a blog, and I post a few blog posts, but we're going to be posting these blog posts on a regular basis and using that for SEO and to drive people to the website. We're also going to be optimizing for I believe that we're probably going to, just to keep it manageable, we're probably going to focus our marketing on local area, let's say like Dallas or some sort of metroplex where we can really target our marketing efforts. I'm going to be setting up marketing automation for advertising, for just the whole gamut. We're gonna try it all, right? That's the whole point of this experiment. Is like how can we push the limits of what AI can do, and how can we get it to produce good results? How we can get it to do the right things, and so a little bit more about what is already set up. I'll show you this. I'm showing this in VibeControl, which is my kind of orchestration layer that I have and use. I built this as an internal tool as well. I actually built both SiteAI and VibeControl as internal tools because I have a lot of clients from years past that ask me to help them with websites and different things like that. And so I am using SiteAI with those clients already. And then I built VibeControl because I needed something to help me manage the tasks and manage the agents that I have working in my business and so on and so forth. And so I wanted to show you this just because it gives you a nice visual representation of what I've got going on. The way that I have it set up is we've got agents that are in charge of different departments in my business. And so we got one that's all about sales and service. We got our operations manager, chief of staff. We got a software engineer, and we've got a QA security. That's mostly for like software type businesses. So like that's kind of specific to my business. But then we also have a content manager, a documentation manager, marketing strategist, and then we have our product manager, those are all roles that are common in a lot of different businesses, no matter what industry you're in. And so the way that this works is that all of these agents are really just an instance of they could either be codecs of like ChatGPT codecs, or they can be an instance of Claude Code, and they are running on a computer, a Mac Mini, in my office. And so all of them are connected to the same computer. It's really all operating through one chat harness, which is so a chat harness is that would be something like Claude Code or the OpenAI Codex CLI or the Gemini CLI or whatever. Those are all harnesses that basically take what input you give them and then translate it to the AI model, and then it helps you do things, right? So that's what a harness is. And so what we're doing with that is we're giving that harness specific instructions for specific roles. And so when we need to have so a lot of my workflow starts with Colette, which is my product manager, and basically what she does is she helps me figure out products, helps me figure out like the product market fit, helps me figure out a lot of those different things, and really plans like what it is we're doing and how we're doing it next. She helps me with a lot of that. And then what we do with each of these roles is we have orchestration and handoffs built in. And so I'll show you that, because we have the different agents, and then we have on our skills tab, we've got different role-based skills. So here's our product manager, content producer, sales and service manager, so on and so forth. And so the way that these all work together is there are handoffs and also like check-ins that happen between all of the different agents, and that's how we pass work back and forth. And it's also how we make sure that everybody is on track, because one of them is the Chief of Staff Operations Manager, and that agent's entire job is basically just to make sure that all of these are working together and doing their job essentially. And so this one runs pretty much 24/7, and anytime there is a something to do, it will delegate it out to one of the other roles, and that will kick it off. So that's kind of how all of that is set up and orchestrated using VibeControl. And I'm showing you VibeControl because it's a product of mine that I built. It's very similar in nature to OpenCall or something else. So if you're trying to use one of those, it's the same concept. You can use whatever you want. I just built this because it made it a lot easier for me, and I felt like it would probably be something that could make it a lot easier for a lot of people, because OpenCall is a bit of a beast to try to set up. But the principle is the same no matter what you use. You have to have agents. Those agents have skills. You can set those skills up to be kind of SOP based, where you've got specific skill sets like a department head or something would have, and then you could set up skills for specific tools, and that's what a lot of these are right here. So Astro is one of the frameworks we work in a lot. 11 Labs is obviously an API. Twilio is another API. Cloudflare is some deployment tools that we use, and so those are all like skills that are more tool based, and then these other skills are more role based, and that's how that's really what you need to do for any kind of orchestration agent. So if you're trying to set something up like this in OpenCall, you kind of have to understand that process as well. There's other things that make up the deal, and I'm not trying to do a deep dive in how it all works, but at the same time, I feel like there's some fundamental things that you need to understand in order to be able to follow along even. Initially, I talked a little bit about skills and agents and how they work together. I wanted to show you a little bit of this in practice. And so I just asked Colette, my product manager, what I asked her this. Can we please start with a review of what specific plans we have to market SiteAI.chat? And so she pulled together a full report of what we've completed and what is kind of in progress, and then also what is missing and still needs to be done. And so I told you that that's one of the things I wanted to cover in this video. So I'm not going to go through line by line and tell you, but basically, we've identified our initial customer profile. We have found some messaging alignment. We've got our go-to-market strategy already done. Channel messaging, value propositions, brand context, PM context, email marketing collateral, LinkedIn templates, SiteAI, LinkedIn company page has already been set up, and we're going to be posting to that. One of the things I know that we need to do is set up all the automation to do all of this, because I'm not going to do it myself. I'm going to let AI do as much as possible. And so X and Twitter post, everything else, all of that we need to be doing. We've got our content production already in the works. So day one video was posted yesterday, and basically, I'm shooting a video. Part of that is I'm shooting a video over YouTube and then doing some shorts, and that's stuff that I'm doing, right? We're not producing any actual videos yet for SiteAI itself, and that's what I'm mostly wanting to talk about and concentrate on in the marketing experience, is like, what are we doing specifically for SiteAI to do that? Because some of those kind of trail over into my own business and other things that we're doing too. So the in progress work, we got we need to put conversion tracking in place and UTM infrastructure so that we can track people that are coming and leads that are coming in, different things like that, so we can know that our marketing is being effective. We've got to set up a post sign up nurture email sequence. We've got this is a task for our operations manager, because she's basically going to put a plan into place to get all of this stuff done, right? And we got so these are a couple of development tasks that need to be done as well. And then we've got our gaps and things that we are yet to plan and yet to implement. That's going to be our SEO strategy, local marketing, lead magnets, ad campaigns, cold outreach, and outbound marketing. I actually don't want to do a ton of cold outreach and outbound marketing at all. I want to primarily focus on inbound marketing and create an inbound marketing funnel. Let people come to us rather than chase people down. That's just not my style. So we probably will nix that maybe altogether. And if there is any of that going on, it'll be through like places that I may have relationships locally at, like different business networking, other things like that I have been active in the past. And so, but that would be like the only outbound marketing we do is kind of, all right. So paid ad infrastructure. So yeah, and then she goes on to kind of assess this. And so I just wanted to show you this because this is an example of what I do to kind of get things going. And so this would be the process that I go through, and I start with a conversation. Colette breaks everything down, and then we get it assigned to our operations agent, who then further follows up with everybody to make sure all of this gets done. So, so just wanted to show you that. All right, so I just responded back to her and I said, okay, let's plan and strategize with Sienna on what we need to do to fix for these 6 gaps. And so now she's going through our go-to-market strategy. She's going through our all of our documents, launch phases, metrics, different things like that. And she's going to come back with a plan, which will ultimately end up in a bunch of tasks for our other agents to go off and do. All right, so after a couple of messages back and forth with Colette, we've decided to focus on the first 3 of our gaps, which are going to be. Let's go back up here. She did a lot of work and created a bunch of different stuff. So she analyzed our SEO strategy, and we're going to work on that, and then we're going to work on our inbound funnel design, lead magnets, lead capture, and then we're also going to work on our paid acquisition plan. So that's the official plan for the next 2 weeks. Really over the next couple of days we'll work on those 3, but then we'll be watching and kind of moving all of those things forward over the next couple weeks as part of this marketing experience, an experiment, and we'll ultimately see how well it does. All right, Colette just finished her work to delegate everything, and we've got a bunch of new tasks assigned to our marketing strategist. She's up next. She's going to create our SEO strategy, our paid ad campaign strategy, our lead magnet and landing pages. She's going to, just a whole bunch of different things that she's going to do. And she'll, I haven't kicked it off yet, but she will go off and do all of those things without my intervention here in just a little bit, and I'll just come back and check her work and make sure that everything is good before we hand it off to the next agent. So anyway, I just wanted to show you just a little bit about what we've done so far, what still needs to be done, and show you a little bit about how we're doing it. Hope you found this interesting. My name is Dustin Randall. I don't know that I even said that in the beginning, but my name is Dustin Randall. Until next time, I hope you like and follow, and we'll see you on the next video.